Hi, Kelly here at Cochrane Toyota. We're located at 8 River Heights Drive, Cochrane, Alberta. Today I've got a 2018 Tacoma TRD Sport to show you. So this Tacoma is a Toyota certified used vehicle, which means our technicians have gone through and done a full mechanical safety on this guy, making sure that it is up to snuff. All the services have been done as well. They've also done an exterior and interior check to make sure that it is up to Toyota's premium used car standards. This was a BC vehicle to start with, so it did also get an out-of-province inspection. That's more of your, let's say, safety and making sure that the vehicle's up to snuff. So a certain amount of tire wear on there, certain amount of brakes, your windshields, all that kind of stuff has to be up to a certain level to get it into the province. So right off the bat, you're gonna have a really nice set of tires on this guy with this orange color. If you upgraded these to a black matte color, it just looks awesome. It's a good looking tire. Overall, I've tried to take a peek and see if I can find some scratches or anything on this guy, but it has been very well maintained. Low kilometers on it. A couple things that are added are those running boards. Those are Toyota running boards. I like these ones because if you look, they do kind of cover the whole entire work. So beyond just the mud flaps, they're right up in there. So they are gonna keep mud from splashing all the way up the side and keep that bottom panel nice and clean for you. This guy also does have high performance fog lights on there as well. I'll show you the button on the inside that controls those. Good looking rig. Sorry, one thing on this side, it does have the adaptive radar cruise control. That's this piece right here. It's gonna keep you tucked in traffic at the right spot. You can control how far you wanna sit on the inside. And you also have your anti-collision lane trace camera right there. It's also gonna work for your headlights as well. So your automatic headlights are gonna be set from that piece, which is a nice option. One of the things I've always liked about these Tacomas is they just keep getting better and better every year. So not only do they have mud flaps that come with them, but if you look along the side here, they do have this orange peely all the way up and down the side of the rocker panels. That's meant to have an epoxy underneath the paint to keep it nice and firm for you. And if you look at this side and all the high hit points, so any of the spots, you're gonna have this heavy 3M from factory, and then we've actually installed some 3M on this guy beyond that. And then it's also got this heavy plastic right here to make sure that you're not hitting or chewing up this spot, because this is where most of your rocks are gonna hit. Very well taken care of and well thought out through Toyota. This is a polymer box, so if you look underneath here, the polymer box in the back here comes right through. It's not a drop-in liner. It's bolted right to the frame. And if I open this up, this does have the easy down tailgate on it as well. It's a little cold, so it's going down a little slower. But that, again, that polymer box is a really nice option. You don't have to worry about it cracking or anything in the winter. You also have your bed cleats that you can adjust. You just turn this little piece right here and you can slide it back and forth all the way down the side. You do have a power outlet here as well, so you can charge, not charge, but use saws and all sorts of things from there. Storage underneath. These little pockets are meant to fit a 2x6 across the way, and then up there, and you can fit a full sheet of plywood in there. So if you want to put a little deck on there, you can. Lockable tailgate. You do have your 2 pin options, so you get your 4 pins and your 7 pin along with your hitch and wiring set up on this guy. So again, lots of cool features right out of the box. We'll jump into the back of this one. And in these Tacomas, lots of space back here. Again, I'm gonna sit in this and my knees will be up to it because I'm about 6'2", but again, enough space to fit people comfortably back there. You do have storage underneath here. I pull this up. Underneath this guy, oh, I went the wrong way. Some storage underneath there, and same thing underneath this guy. These seat belts should come out. Pop them this way. And I throw this back, and this will fold down. Should have had that thing open, but you do have storage behind there as well. You'll notice you have your child seat anchors right there, so you can do child seats in this guy, and then you have your pins on this side. So 3 harness child seats on that one and this one, and then you can fit a 3rd with the seat belt right there. So if you need your child seats, you've got that. Now this guy does have the smart key as well. So with this guy right here, all I just need to do is touch this sensor, locks the doors, and then with the key in the pocket, if I want to unlock the doors, I just reach in there and unlock it. One of the nice features that many people know about, with this guy, if I just hold the 2 buttons down, wait for the truck to beep for me, that beep right there will allow me to now have all the doors unlock with that motion. So when I use this guy right here, I can unlock all the doors rather than just this one door. But some people like just having the one door unlocked, keeping the rest of them locked. So we'll jump into this guy, and a lot of soft touch material throughout this. I don't know if you can quite see that with the sun in the background, but again, nice soft piece right here. Power windows, power locks, power mirrors, and of course your lock-out button for the rear windows to keep the jerks in the back from messing around with you. You do have cup holder storage there, not Nalgene size, but definitely a large water bottle. Inside of here, with this, the Inferno color, you do get the cross stitching. Again, you have that separate stitching and then the separate color inside here as well. This is the only color that had that orange on the interior, or the painting to match on the interior. Manual seats, front and back. And then inside here, you're gonna have your switch for your light bar up front. So those lights up front, just one click away. You do have lights in the rear as well. And then this is gonna control that power outlet in the back. And then with auto headlights, I click that, and if you can hear that click, that means it's gonna stay that way as long as I've got it in there. And if I go underneath here and turn this one into auto, and then click it forward, that camera up behind the mirror, you never have to touch your mirror, your headlights again. They'll automatically adjust the high beams and so on. So you've got your rubber floor mats throughout. And again, really nice looking vehicle. Before we go inside, one of the things I like to touch on these Infernos, if you look at the paint on this guy, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is like a gold flake in this thing. So it does give it more of that Inferno. That's where they come with that color, is depending on the sun, this does have that, I would say, a blended color in it. So really nice option, really nice color. And again, they don't make this one anymore. They got the blue now, is what they went to, but super awesome color. And they're getting harder and harder to find, especially with these low kilometers on it. We'll jump inside and show you a couple of the features here. So really nicely appointed, these sports. Again, this Inferno color was the only one that came with a painted to match interior bezel. So again, a nice little touch to kind of give you an offset of color rather than just all black in this guy. And then of course that stitch is right there. So good looking. On here, you do have the leather wrap steering wheel with that molded feeling all the way through. So again, really nice, easy feel, but you can see this cutout here. It's like that on the back as well. So you can kind of get a really good grip on there. Feels super comfortable. I feel like you can drive that for a while. And then of course, leather all the way through. On the steering wheel, you're going to have your Bluetooth settings. So my phone I can pick up, I can talk to the car right there. And of course, my volume controls for my stereo. This guy will allow me to change the modes through AM, FM, XM satellite, Bluetooth, the whole works right here. If I just press and hold it, I can mute the whole entire system. On this side, I've got my cruise control underneath, my radar adaptive cruise right there. I can adjust the settings, and then my lane departure. So as I start wandering out, it's like a built-in rumble strips right there. I can turn that on or off. This section is going to be for that guy right there. And I'll turn it on and take a peek at the inside. Again, with that smart key, you do have push button start as well. So hit this guy. Start going through the interior of this guy. So the first one's going to be your digital speedometer. I like that guy because it allows you to switch it to miles per hour really easily and not have to do the math in your head on that right bezel. But also kind of gives you your distance to empty and everything right on there. Plus your outside temperature control and a few other things are going to show up on that guy. So if I scroll down here, you're going to have a few things. Your fuel economy. So your bottom one there is your current. So as you're driving, you can see how your gas pedal affects it. And then your top one is your trip or your tank average. That can be reset all the way through. Of course, your trip timer right there. And then you can set up rest time. So you can set up this clock to allow you to give you a sense of how long you've been driving. More of a safety feature. But again, I think that's the one you're going to spend most of your time on. I've got my compass built in there for you. And then this is your music. So as I turn the music on right here, I can see my whole entire stations there. So as I can use this button over here, I can control which I'm listening to right from the buttons. I don't have to worry about messing about with the head unit over there. So I scroll over some more. I've got my tire pressures right there. So I'm doing some off-roading. I can really dial in my pressures. This is going to be a message center from the car telling you what may be going wrong with the car. Any alerts you may have, you can check them right there. Nice option. I can go into these settings and adjust my pre-collision settings, my lane departure settings, and then actually go into this guy and adjust a few more things. So language units can be your miles per hour and so on. And then I can store them as different drivers. So depending on what you want to do. Pop display, I can go in and adjust some of the display settings, colors, and then program it in, dial it right into my driving habits. But again, like I said, I think this is gonna be the one that most people spend their time on. Is an awesome feature to have that digital speedometer on there. Going throughout the car, I've got a really nice setup here. I've got a soft touched glove box in here as well. Nice space in there. Definitely a few Nalgene's. And then I've got my cup holders. So again, if you look at these guys, they're super easy to clean. There's no like little crevices or anything that I can't get out. Nice, easy to clean cup holder. Super big juice box. Not 100% certain what this one's for. And then they've moved the e-brake to here. The old Tacomas used to be right here. You had to pull this little piece, but they've moved it to this guy right here. So on the gearbox, you do have that shifting where I can go and shift through my gears depending on how I like, whether I'm going up a hill, down a hill, or passing somebody. I can adjust it right there. The cup holders here, this is a nice option. I can pull this out, and again, really easy to clean. No little cubby holes, or if I want to throw a cup, a bigger cup or anything like that, these will definitely fit in Nalgene's and a coffee mug. And then this thing pops right back in there if you've got a smaller coffee mug, so you don't have to worry about it rattling around. Nice deep pocket in here. You probably fit your cell phone in there. And of course, the rear has that power window, so I can open the power middle window. I've got my hard points, so I can put the Bluetooth settings set up in the car, but I can use the USB to hard wire it right to that if I would rather that version, plus charge right there. I do have a 12 volt charging system there. And then your power button here is going to be more of a gas pedal. So if I use the gas pedal, it's going to be a little more responsive right there. So this is a nice little button to tow haul mode, those kinds of things, or if I just want a little more response on it. Of course, heated outside mirrors. And then your four-wheel drive is right there. And if I'm going to go into four-wheel low, press it there, and I get into neutral, and it'll take me into four-wheel low, pop it into that guy. So nice little option. Go back to two-wheel drive there. Get it back in park. Two-wheel drive. Of course, your engine start and stop right there for you. Climate control. This guy does have dual climate control. Right now it's set up to sync, so this one controls both. But if I take that button off, I can adjust separately of each. So really nice option. Heated seats for both passenger and driver. And of course, all your standard options right there. This is one of my favorite pieces. The backup camera is a really nice wide angle. You can see almost bumper tip to bumper tip on there. Nice option. And of course, the audio setup. These things are super easy to use. If I don't have my phone set up, whether I press this button here or this button here, anything that I need to get my phone set up, it will automatically take me to the right spot to add a phone. Hit a phone, now just go to my settings, and I'm done. Settings on my phone, sorry. My Bluetooth, one button away. Go back to home. This system, I can use the audio, adjust where I want to, go to Bluetooth. Again, it's gonna take me back to there, so I should have gone to XM. It'll pop up there for you. Go back to home, turn that off. If I want to go navigation, set right there. And one of the nice features in these guys is they are super easy to use. The voice command, we reset it, so don't tell me again or hit OK. Voice training.
How may I help you?
Find McDonald's.
Where would you like to find McDonald's? Say something like, along my route, in a city.
I'll just hit the button.
Showing nearby McDonald's. To navigate to this point of interest, say, go there, or you can say, navigating to McDonald's.
I can talk my way through that whole thing, but I like to just press the buttons a little bit quicker, especially if you got a passenger in there. They do give you 3 different options and routes. Our McDonald's only is one way, so it just is the exact same. But again, if you're going to go, that's actually not, that's weird. But if you're going to go to another route, you want to see the quickest, shortest, or alternate route, you can just click the button you want to go to, hit OK, automatically sends you that way. Whoop, I missed the button. Hit that button right there.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, then the route guidance will start.
One of the things I like about this system is once you see the golden arches and you're trying to get rid of the talking, you just hit destination right there and then hit delete destination and it will pop that away for you. Hit yes and it disappears, so you don't have to fuss about trying to get rid of that voice while you're pulling up to the drive-thru. So super nice options. Go back to home. I can adjust how this whole thing looks, so I can go to the home screen. I can go to a 2-panel if I'd like a bigger version of something. I can go in there and adjust these things to clock or my eco mode, whatever I want to see into that system. I like having the clock there. The phone, this will put a little cross across there and give me 4 of my favorite contacts, allowing me to just have one button away from those people. So it's really easy to use. A couple go-arounds in that thing and you'll be an expert at it. But other than that, these cars are very well equipped, super comfortable to drive. Locking storage in there. It's going to have your wheel lock key right there, and your owner's manuals. Other than that, these things are nice and quiet. As opposed to the old 90s era Tacomas, these things are super comfortable to drive. Up top here, you're gonna have your traction control settings, so I can hit this button and adjust my traction control. And of course, my standard sunglasses holder right there, and the interior lights. Really nice unit. Again, certified used vehicle. Premium, low kilometer Tacoma. Come on down, take a peek at it at Cochrane Toyota.